This is Gospel Music Today. If you've heard the great song The Potter Knows the Clay, which just won an SGN Music Award for Traditional Song of the Year, then you're already very familiar with the Perrys, and it's a great pleasure to be talking to the newest member of the Perrys. This is Troy Peach. And Troy, welcome to Gospel Music Today.
Thank you, Ken, very much. It's an honor to be here. I enjoy watching your show just about weekly. I click on it and check you out. So it's an honor to be here.
Well, that's great, and it's great to have you watching it. Now, the Perrys have been around for 30-something years. You're the newest guy, but you have a history in Southern gospel music, too. Give us a little bit of your background.
I guess you could say I'm an old hat around the place. No, I started back a little over 10 years ago with a little family group. You might remember them out of Carthage, Tennessee, called the Wilburns. I had a great couple years there. I played piano there is what I did. And then I left a couple years from there and went to the Steels. You remember Jeff and Sherry Steele. I was there for almost 5-6 years. And then my wife and I, Katie, we got married in that time. And we had our own group called First Love. And we came off the road, really not for sure what God had in store for us, but God had his own plan. You're talking about Potter Knows the Clay. God does have a perfect plan to design for us all. And a little over a year ago, I found out, being off the road, I found that Tracy needed a driver and a sound man. So, that's kind of stuff I had done in the past, but never was the forefront of things that I had done. It always been the backside of whatever I'd done. So it worked out that I went on the road with the Perrys now for it was just a little over a year doing their sound and driving, and then when the baritone position opened up, I guess I was just the right man in the right place at the right time. So,
With some good experience, that just worked out well.
I guess you could say so. Yeah, it does make it a lot easier when you've traveled before. When you've logged almost 10 years into doing this. I guess I consider myself still young, but it does make a difference. Because you know how to travel, you know how to get moving and get out the door and roll on to the next place.
Now, tell me a little bit about that, because that's something that people probably really don't get to see. They come to a concert, the group is on the stage, they go to the product table and say goodnight. But there's a lot more to life on the road than just being on stage, isn't there?
There really is. There are a lot of unsung heroes in our business. The guys that drive the buses, the guys that tear up and set down the equipment. I'm telling you, we always get to a building 3 hours beforehand. So before the people are even there, we've already been there, part of the day. By the time we set up, and sound check and make sure everything's right, then we have to try to clean up and get presentable for the rest of the world. And then we get to tear it all down at the end of the night, and then drive the next, however far it is to the next place and do it all again. So Walmart's a good friend, especially at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning.
That's right. Somebody told me that it's not the 2 hours on stage that makes a successful performer. It's the 22 hours.
That's it. I've always been told, and in this business, it's about 10% talent and 90% being able to do everything else. Being able to live with each other, being able to travel on a 45-foot bus, being able to do all the other stuff. But having good talent does help as well.
I guess so. Now, bring us up to date on the Perrys. New projects?
New project. Matter of fact, we were just out on the bus just a few minutes ago. We were getting mixes in over the internet out on the bus from our brand new album produced by Wayne Hahn, and it's turning out just incredible. Of course, the Perrys have just been known to pick great songs, and once again they haven't let you down. Great songs from great writers. I think we've got Joseph that sings lead with us. I think he's written 3 songs for this album, which Joseph is coming into his own as an incredible songwriter. And then I think we have songs from Wayne Hahn on this album. We have, I think, 5 songs from Kyla Rowland, and Kyla has her and the Perrys are just a matched pair. So she's written great songs for him in the past, and she's got great songs again on this record. So it's going to be really good.
That's great. And the Perry's website is?
perrysministries.com. You can go on there and find out about anything you want to know about us. There we are. And it's soon to be updated and revamped, all that kind of stuff too. So,
Troy, thank you very much for talking to us on Gospel Music Today.
Well, thank you for having me. Again, it was an honor and a privilege. I'm glad. Thank you. And you do such a great job, and I appreciate all your hard work. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you. Now back to more gospel music today.